You're watching the Arsenal Vodcast. Jack Wilshere says Arsenal showed patience and persistence to book their place in the Carling Cup final.
Yeah, I mean, like I said the other day, we needed the first goal and then we thought it'd open up, and we showed that today. We showed good spirit, we fight until the end, and we got the 3 goals and we're going to Wembley, so we're delighted. Of course there was nerves going into the game, and we missed a couple of chances early on, but we knew if we kept plugging away, Nick just got a great first goal and it opened up.
Arsène Wenger saw his team secure a 3-1 aggregate win over Ipswich, and he's backing Arsenal to lift the trophy next month.
I'm confident because I believe in the quality of our players and in their attitude. But final is a final. You want on the day to deliver the performance that everybody expects from you.
Throughout the season, we'll be heading into the Arsenal Museum and taking a look at some of the most iconic items from club history and the people and eras that surround them. We start our series with a priceless piece from the 1930s.
This is Herbert Chapman's bowler hat, which sadly he left behind when he passed away in 1934. He literally was taken with pneumonia very suddenly, and he was obviously wearing that a few days before. Within a few days of being taken ill, he was sadly gone, so the hat was left at the club. Ken Fryer, who was our managing director, eventually handed it over to me when I set up the original museum. He'd just been looking after it for about 20 years, so it was one of those things that was just an iconic thing, but people didn't quite know what to do with it until we had a museum to put it in. Chapman really was the guy who made Arsenal the great team of the 1930s. Joined us in 1925 from Huddersfield, and then stayed with us until his death in 34. And he actually said when he joined it would take him 5 years to actually win a trophy, which is almost exactly what he did. 5 years, near enough. They won the FA Cup, and obviously he put together a wonderful team. Some of the great names in Arsenal history, people like Alex James, Cliff Bastin, names that are still remembered here like almost 80 years later, and obviously he was one of the pivotal people in Arsenal's history.
More than just filling up the trophy cabinet, Chapman revolutionised a club that was standing still before his arrival.
They were quite good, but what I would now call a kind of middle-of-the-road Premiership type of team. They'd never won a trophy in the best part of 40 years. They'd been to the odd semi-final and had a couple of good years in the leagues, but never really threatened to do anything serious. And Chapman changed that, and as I say, within 5 years made them the power team, the great team of the 30s. Of course, he died, as I say, early in 1934, but his team and kind of his ideas carried on through that entire period, and obviously we won 5 championships and 2 FA Cups through the 30s, so it was mostly down to him. Not entirely, but certainly he was a huge mover in that.
Similar to Arsène Wenger, Chapman put Arsenal on the map with new ideas, new formations, and a group of players who would go on to become icons themselves.
They became kind of worldwide figures after that. So really he was the guy who got Arsenal into the public ideas, probably worldwide memory as well. I think he was probably along with Arsène Wenger, the great catalyst in Arsenal's history.